Good morning. It is Friday. It is Commodity Corner, and yes, we survived another week. So, the markets, we'll assume have been still stuck in congestion, but interesting enough, the commodity markets have started to turn over, and it very, very interesting action. We talked about last week. We talked about oil at the $98 level. Oil hit 98 and suddenly came a tumbling down. We talked about gold, that it was in a downtrend. And gold pushed below, last Friday, gold pushed below 1,600. Okay? We talked about the grain markets, how they're continuing to be in a downtrend. Okay? We talked about the dollar. What has changed? Nothing has changed. And this is what you want to recognize from these commodities. What are they signaling to you? Okay? The commodities are signaling that risk right now is coming out of the market. Hence why the market is trading in such a tight range, because the risk is coming up because they're starting to become ever so slightly a little bit of fear in the higher risk assets. So when we look at the gold market, everybody remembers, and I've said this many, many times, gold is not a safe haven. Gold is the place, just like any other commodity, that people invest trying to make money. Gold performs best in a risk-on environment when the market is flying and when there's action. Okay? Well, the risk is coming off, and the safety is where people are starting to look for more safety. The problem is that the only real place where the artificial yield is in the equity market. But now people are getting concerned, so they're taking their money out of the gold market. Gold is in a dramatic downtrend. I would look for gold to trade around that 1550 level before it even thinks about going higher again. Oil. We talk about how oil is always beneficial if it's higher. Well, it's really not beneficial. We need the oil to come in, and oil looks like it's starting to come in right now. The grains are still in a downtrend. Look for opportunity to continue to sell those grains. I think it's time now to start selling the euro currency. I think that that's had a great run, and I think that it was done. We talked about this weeks and weeks and weeks ago on the show here, that the euro currency was getting too crowded on the short side, and now I think it got too crowded on the long side. I think it's now time to take profits. So, I look for the commodity space to continue to get weaker. That's the bottom line. I look for bonds, grains, gold, and oil all to start heading in the downward direction and start to build in steady downtrends. So what we want to look at is for the predictions for this week. In the equity market, I look for the markets to be again within a couple of percentage points of that break-even level. I would think we would probably start to slowly break below and look for some markets to move lower, but I'm not going to predict it yet. Let's look for some more of the same action until we get some proof. Gold, I look for gold to probably have a little bit of bounce this week, but look for a level to sell it. I look for oil to continue its trek down to 95, if not lower. I look to sell all of the grains, especially the wheat, and I look to sell the euro currency or buy the US dollar. And that's the way I see it. Everybody have a great weekend. Remember Bubba's picks. Remember the Bubba Show. We'll see you on Monday.